Hello, good evening, world. Good morning, wherever you are. Yesterday, in the first lesson, we all learned about the basics of Japanese, like greeting, konnichiwa, or saying good morning, ohayo gozaimasu, or saying good evening, konbanwa, or even asking your name, o namae wa, or o namae wa nan desu ka? Today we little bit go to practical level of Japanese. So, I mean, if you meet someone and then you ask them about their name, they might also ask your name, or in turn, you ask each other name. So, for example, in case of a formal conversation, you say "O namae wa nan desu ka?" and then you say "Watashi no namae wa." For example, if you're Tom, you say "Watashi no namae wa Tom desu." Now, if your relationship becomes more casual and you're friends with each other, then you can also start to say "anata" instead of kind of referring to you in a casual form. So, for example, you could say "Anata no namae wa nan desu ka?" Instead of just saying "O namae wa nan desu ka?" you could say "Anata no namae wa nan desu ka?" And then there are more things, like basically you ask people when you meet them first time or second time, then you go and ask hobbies. So how do you say hobbies in Japanese? So hobbies in Japanese are called shumi. Repeat after me. Shumi. One more time. Shumi. And then it's very easy, like you asked "O namae wa." So you could also say "Shumi wa." Shumi wa. Once again, "Shumi wa." And as I told you, when somebody is close to you, you could also say "anata." And then you could say "Anata no shumi wa nan desu ka?" Once again, "Anata no shumi wa nan desu ka?" And or you could say, also make it easier, you could say "Shumi wa nan desu ka?" Shumi wa nan desu ka? All right, so you learned a new word today called shumi, which means hobbies. I think in the next chapter I will teach a little bit more about what kind of hobbies you could have. But let's go a little bit that you are in a convenience store in Japan, and you want to ask the shopkeeper or the shop person the price of something. And then you will say, for example, you want to buy a chocolate, and then you could lift the chocolate and say "O ikura desu ka?" Again, "o" here is to be more polite, but if you want to be casual, you could say "Ikura desu ka?" Ikura means the price. What is the price? And again, "desu ka" here is signifying asking questions. So whenever you say anything ending in "desu ka," it's kind of asking questions. Like, for example, "O namae wa nan desu ka?" What is your name? "Shumi wa nan desu ka?" What are your hobbies? And here you say "Ikura desu ka?" So what is the price? So here the desu ka form which comes in the end is to ask questions. And when you ask the price, then of course they will tell you in the Japanese currency, but that is not part of the chapter today. I think I'll teach you how to say different kinds of currencies. I think first for that we need to count, and I think that could be the future chapter. Now, another very practical learning example is where. For example, where is the station? Where is the post office? Where is the restaurant? And let me introduce you to the next word called doko. Once again, repeat after me. Doko. So doko means where. Now you learned the sentence desu ka, meaning asking what. And you also know how to ask the name, how to say hobbies. So for example, let's take an example of station, because this is what, when you come to Japan, you most likely would like to know where the station is or where the post office is. So station in Japanese means eki. If you want to write it, it is E-K-I, eki, but you pronounce it as eki. So then, how will you say where's the station? Then you say eki wa doko desu ka? You see, the structure is very similar. Eki is station, eki wa doko desu ka? And the desu ka form is always repeating. So if you do not remember desu ka, then what you could do is just say eki wa doko. It's very, very not complete Japanese, but at least somebody who understands Japanese can understand that you're looking for a station. So I think one of the messages I have for today is to really try to remember the desu ka in the end. And then as you learn the vocabulary, you can just fit those things and start speaking it in Japanese so that you can move around in your daily life. So for example, if you want to ask for post office, you can say, and post office is normally a little bit long word. It's called yubin kyoku, but I will make it simple. You could say posto. Repeat after me, please. Posto. So then you can say posto wa doko desu ka? Once again, posto wa doko desu ka? And then you can now at least you know the post office and the station. And the last practical one is restaurant. And sometimes of course you cannot read, but if you have a pamphlet or if you have some notes, you could show it to someone and then say, you can ask about the restaurant. Now, before I go to restaurant, I think one of the very key word which we use in Japanese is called excuse me, or in English you say excuse me please, and in Japanese it's called sumimasen. You can divide it into two parts, sumi and masen. Sumimasen. Repeat after me once again please. Sumimasen. So now you have to stop someone, so you will first say sumimasen, and then they will stop because they understand you want to ask them something, and then you say sumimasen, eki wa doko desu ka? Or you can say sumimasen, posto wa doko desu ka? Or in case of restaurant, it is very similar. You could spell restaurant. Once again, restaurant. Sumimasen, restaurant wa doko desu ka? Restaurant wa doko desu ka? Alright guys and girls, I hope you enjoyed this second part of the learning, and more to come. If you like this channel, please subscribe and click the like button, and hope I come up with more lessons in the future. Thank you, see you, bye, good night.